was a moment where I thought I might be shot. We knew that there was potential for demonstrations and protests. We had no reason to believe that an attack of that magnitude was coming.
The ugly revolt against the seat of power laid bare to the world the true depths of America's divisions.
It looked like our country was at war.
It should have been a reset moment for a nation at war with itself. But a year on, the undercurrent of fear remains.
I would be a fool to say, no, it'll never happen again.
Sharon Nichols was one of hundreds of staff trapped in the Capitol that day. She hid inside her office for 8 hours alone.
I was exhausted and I was starving and I was physically and emotionally exhausted.
Then, hours later, like many others, she escaped the building by following the maze of underground tunnels connecting the House and the Senate.
When we walked through it, still with the Capitol Police officers, it was trashed. It was devastating to see a place that I revere so much and to see it just desecrated was hard.
But I just know that there were people everywhere.
Officer Harry Dunn is a 13-year veteran of the Capitol Hill Police Force.
I was up there and they just looked down the mall, and you just see this whole view. And I couldn't believe it. Like, it was so many people there. I had a front row seat and watched the country be attacked, democracy be attacked. It was just a bad day, just for the human race.
Whole truth.
He was called before the House committee investigating the events that led to January 6th. He worries the ingredients for another attack still exist.
Rhetoric, lies, and angry people. And all three of those things still exist.
Condemnation of the events that unfolded that dark winter day was swift on both sides of Congress. But in the weeks and months that followed, Republicans in large part again lined up behind Donald Trump, refusing to follow through with impeachment for his role in inciting the crowd. Capitol Hill Police, overwhelmed that day, promised an overhaul. Yet a year on, and its own Inspector General has criticised the agency for only implementing a quarter of his recommendations. Close to 700 rioters have been charged for their involvement, but no one in power at the time, including Donald Trump, have so far faced any real punishment. Congresswoman Elaine Luria is one of 13 sitting on the House committee investigating the attack. While the Justice Department is responsible for laying the criminal charges, she admits pinning down the former president and his closest aides has so far been fruitless.
Trump is president, Christ is king. Trump is president, Christ is king.
After this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
Through the process of our work in this investigation, there are people who've refused to appear before the committee. They have ignored subpoenas. They have refused to appear and testify. And for that, they should be held to account.
USA! USA!
The Justice Department is yet to announce any major breakthroughs in untangling the planning of the attack, nor lay any blockbuster charges. Sharon Nichols supports the committee investigation, but to her, it's clear who incited the mob.
Common sense-wise, he goaded them. I mean, he lit the match.
We fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
It's difficult to imagine what new details the committee could possibly uncover. The most important moments of that fateful January day were broadcast and live streamed as they unfolded. But that wasn't enough to change the minds of millions of Americans, nor restore their confidence in democracy. Catherine Diss, ABC News, Washington.